Hey, welcome back to Ping Pong Flicks. My name is Chris Wong. There are a ton of DC Extended Universe news out there, articles, bloggers, tweets, everywhere you see, Facebook, anywhere and everywhere. And this actually could be a very good thing. Now, there are a lot of articles, there are a lot of different backlash from the different Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, Zack Snyder himself. There's a lot of backlash about Batman not returning and articles that are being very clickbaity. There's a lot of that as well. And I'm going to put it all in perspective here and look at the glass half full and saying this is actually could be a little bit on the positive side. And we're going to put a positive spin on it. So, yeah, just hear me out. So we've been hearing articles, and you've seen it, that Ben Affleck may not be Batman, and Casey Affleck has came out and said that was just a joke, but articles, bloggers took it as a story anyway, and they ran with it. You know, and they can't help themselves; they run with it. The Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut. Well, this one should have been in theaters. They found this little IMAX version of it. You know, they ran with that. Great, awesome. Justice League's unwatchable to Peter Soretta at, I think it was like Slash Film. He put out an article that something that we've actually learned a long time ago at the set visit that they had, that there's not going to be Justice League 1 and 2. It's going to be only one Justice League movie. They're probably not going to have Darkseid in the movie. In a way, maybe only his presence. They're going to change the ending, blah, blah, blah. There's things about Justice League being unwatchable. You know, there may be a lot more negative commentary, negative aspects of this social media craze. There's a lot of negative news. Everything seems very clickbaity. And I gotta say, that could be a positive thing in terms of media attention. Because whatever you like it or not, there is a lot of attention to the DC Extended Universe. These bloggers, they realize that talking about the DC Extended Universe in any shape or form, even on the positive news like what Shazam's doing, what David M. Sandberg's doing, what's happening in Aquaman, this adds to the traffic to their sites. They realize that. They know this. They know that people will get onto these articles. What was the last Marvel article? The two last ones was Samuel L. Jackson is not going to be in Avengers 3 or 4. Had a little bit of traffic there, but ultimately not that much. Oh my god, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. They changed writers. If this was a DC film, that headline would have read so much different, and it would have had so much traffic on it. Imagine Shazam has a new writer. New writer, changing writers, a new director, whatever. Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, because it's a Marvel movie. New writer. I've seen maybe a few articles on. No traction, no traffic. Nobody's talking about it. Zero. So in light of all these different situations, whether positive or negative, come to say, I think on a positive note, that there are people talking about it. DC Extended Universe is a very social media relevant today. They're talking about Batman v Superman, the Ultimate Edition, a movie that was released a year ago, and nobody's talking about Civil War. Okay, they're talking about Man of Steel still yet. They're talking about Zack Snyder still yet, and they're also adding up to talking about Justice League. Yes, it could be in a negative route, but look at what happened to Wonder Woman. That came out. There's so much negative backlash. Before that, it was called a mess. It was called not marketing enough and things like that, and it turned out to be a monstrous success. And the media attention to that was actually favorable. They were talking about how much this movie was making week by week, almost day by day, counting down to the next thing that it's going to top, the next top statistic in the box office. They're always talking about it. And so you've got that part in the positive note, positive side, talking about Wonder Woman, talking about Shazam, talking about Aquaman, and the positive things about Justice League marketing has just ramped up very much. They've got these posters out, these character posters. We got a nice huge banner with Superman in the center in the sky and everybody around him. I'm very much glad that they're centering the focus now on Superman, as he is a key factor in this movie, and probably a key factor in DC Extended Universe in general. I don't like when he's sidelined in any way or shape or form, so I'm glad that he's back in the center in some aspect, at least pivotal center. He's not like the fifth guy on the left or the fifth guy on the right. You know, he's right there in the middle. He's in the sky for everyone to see, and I think that is great. That is awesome for the big man himself, and I wish him the best when he returns in Justice League. But the media attention for DC Extended Universe is so much positive, no matter how much Marvel is doing. Yes, they made some successful movies, make a lot of money, a lot of people go on and watch it. It feels like a lot more people are talking about the DC Extended Universe over the Marvel Universe. And while we're only 4 movies in from the DC Extended Universe, and we're talking about all of them, it's still in the new and the now. Even though Man of Steel came out in 2014, that's a long time ago in terms of media attention, in terms of how fast social media goes nowadays. You could forget something in a day or two, but we're still talking about the DC Extended Universe, the past stuff and the new stuff and the future stuff. I think this is a great thing. I'm just happy it's getting so much attention and become maybe much more successful in the long run, and much more staying power within our minds, and a lot of us DC fanboys within our hearts. Alright guys, give me your thoughts about all this happening. I mean, are you actually seeing it as glass half full like I am, where that has been given so much attention to DC Extended Universe, or and I know a lot of you are really mad about the clickbaity articles, the things, bloggers calling us DC fans trolls, and actually putting us together with the Nazis that came out in Charlottesville. I can't believe that, but there is that aspect of that media, and you know, there's always going to be that in any shape or form, Disney, Marvel, whatever. But right now DC is pretty strong in the social media, so at least if you look on the positive side, you can see we're pretty relevant here and now, and possibly in the near future. Alright guys, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.